Now, some Christians out here have been straight up wildin', all right, straight up wildin'. So, a lot of these states that pass these shelter in places, these lockdowns, these statewide quarantines, a lot of them, like I think in Michigan with Gretchen Whitmer, I think even though they passed that, they were like, there's an exemption for church gatherings. And it's like, and this happened in a lot of other states as well, especially right wing ones. And it's like, what the hell are you doing? Are you trying to get your own followers killed? And by the way, in South Korea, the reason why the outbreak happened was they had a quarantine of 31 people. That 31st patient, okay, who was a believer in this cult, basically ran away, and I think he's now facing murder charges. And he basically ended up responsible for the whole, the epidemic there. But they've been doing this crazy stuff. I think it was in Louisiana or somewhere where the pastor literally went to jail, but then they're still continuing to hold it. And so I don't know if Christianity is going to take a hit after this stuff. Probably won't, although it should. But let's just check out another kooky religious person here, Christian specifically in this situation.
Driving out of this Ohio parking lot is a woman who just attended a church service with dozens of other people, including children.
Can I ask you about your decision to go to church, to be inside that building?
I wouldn't be anywhere else.
Aren't you concerned you could infect other people if you get sick inside?
No.
People who don't go to this
No.
church.
I'm covered in Jesus' blood. I'm covered in Jesus'
But what
blood.
about other people who don't go to this church who you might encounter?
All of these people go to this church.
No, but you're going to be in places where other people
I go to the grocery store every day. I'm in Walmart,
What?
Home Depot, all of those
But you
people.
could get them sick from what happens in
They
the
could
church.
get me sick, but they're not because I'm covered in his blood. Thank you very much.
So that happened in Ohio. Now, I don't know what being covered in Jesus' blood means. I have no idea what the fuck that means. Probably some crazy Christian loony talk here. But a lot of things there. So first of all, she obviously just has no care whatsoever about any of this. But I like how her defense is like, oh, I go to the grocery store all the time. You're not supposed to be going to the grocery store on a daily. You're supposed to go to a grocery store when you're low on food and you have to go. Like, you should be aiming to hunker, especially guys. These next 1 to 4 weeks are the hardcore ones. But especially the next 1 to 3 weeks are the hardcore weeks where you need to sit your ass at home. Stay home, guys. Please, I'm begging you. Stay home. You have to. This is a super hunker time. It's, all peak danger right now. So you need to stay home. And so you go to the grocery store when you absolutely have to, when you're really like close to bare bones. You probably shouldn't be going more than like once every 2 weeks. Stock up on as much as you need for those 2 weeks. Food can last you a while as well, but that's not a good defense. You shouldn't be going everywhere. And then you should also be wearing a mask if you're gonna go when you go to the grocery store. Wear a mask. They have some gloves, although I don't know if gloves are as helpful as a mask. And take the precautions. Hand sanitizer when you get back home and all of that kind of stuff. But this kind of lunacy is gonna get people killed. And there's no way to really describe what you just saw other than describing it as mental illness. There really is no other way to do it. It's a sort of mental disorder, a mental illness. But I hope that that kind of stuff takes a downturn in the coming times, because a lot of this stuff has been happening. This is in Ohio. I think it was in Louisiana or Alabama or somewhere like that where they had some big ass congregation, and it's like there's like 1,000 people shoulder to shoulder in a church. Do you know how insane that is? And unfortunately, a lot of these churches have been sort of led by sellouts, There's that one crazy televangelist, I forgot his name. But all these people are just crazy, man. They're absolutely insane. But yeah, so there's your religious lunatic of the week.